Imagine having a check of $1.2 million deposited in your bank account every July 1st until the year 2035 for doing absolutely nothing. I'm Ono Sinde, and this is The Underrated. We share stories showcasing game-changing strategies and moments that have shaped business, music, sports, and culture as we know it today. Bobby Bonilla is a retired MLB player who played his last baseball game in 2001 and has been living this luxurious reality for the past 23 years. Every year on July 1st, Bonilla gets paid $1.2 million, and this will continue until he turns 72 in 2035. This staggering amount is paid out despite Bonilla not stepping onto the field for over 23 years. The story behind this arrangement began in 1999 when the New York Mets considered waiving Bonilla but still owed him $5.9 million from his contract. Rather than a traditional buyout, Bonilla's savvy agent negotiated a deal to defer payments until 2011 with an 8% annual interest rate. The reason for doing this is by deferring the payments, the Mets aim to create an annuity with a securities investor expecting high returns in annual dividends. They also freed up the $5.9 million from their payroll, allowing them to sign other players without exceeding the total roster payroll, which would incur league taxes. Now you might be wondering, why would the Mets agree to such a deal? Enter Bernie Madoff. One of the Mets owners, Fred Wilpon, was entangled in Madoff's infamous Ponzi scheme. If you're unfamiliar with Bernie Madoff, he was a former chairman of NASDAQ and a highly respected figure on Wall Street. However, he was secretly running the largest Ponzi scheme in recorded history. In a typical Ponzi scheme, returns to earlier investors are paid using the capital from newer investors rather than from the profit earned by the operator. Wilpon believed the returns from Madoff's investment strategy would outweigh the eventual deferred sum of Bonilla's contracts. Unfortunately, this didn't pan out, and the Mets never saw the expected returns. Madoff's scheme promised consistently high returns, attracting a vast number of investors, including individuals, charitable organizations, and major financial institutions. For years, Madoff fabricated account statements and trade confirmations. He gave the illusion of a profitable enterprise. However, the financial crisis of 2008 led to a surge in withdrawal requests that Madoff could not fulfill, revealing the fraud for what it actually was. In 2009, Madoff was convicted and sentenced to 150 years in prison for securities fraud. His downfall resulted in devastating financial losses for thousands of investors, including the New York Mets, who had heavily invested with him. As a result, every July 1st, Bonilla receives a significant windfall of $1.2 million, making it one of the most extraordinary contracts in sports history. The fallout of Madoff's crimes financially crippled the Mets for the rest of Wilpon's tenure until the team was sold to Steve Cohen in late 2020. Bobby Bonilla Day has become an ironic anti-holiday for fans who commemorate the fact that the Mets are paying a now 61-year-old Bonilla nearly $1.2 million every July 1st until 2035. Despite being a talented player with 6 All-Star selections and 3 Silver Slugger awards, he's now remembered more for his lucrative deferred payment deal than his on-field achievements. This deal stands as a testament to the power of leveraging time when it comes to money. Bonilla's agent, recognizing the Mets' challenging position, secured a win regardless of how the situation unfolded. Would you consider this one of the greatest sports contracts ever negotiated? I'd love to get your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated for every video we drop every other Wednesday.